back to the channel. Happy New Year. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys are having a great 2026 so far. I know we're only like 2 days in. Well, when I'm filming this anyways. So with that being said, today's video is all about my January TBR. So for January, and this year in general, as a mood reader, I start a lot of reads. Like I start a lot of books. And I don't always finish them. I like start them, they're really good in the middle, like in between, and then I like set it down and I pick up something else and I forget I'm reading it. And I want to not do that in 2026. So for my January TBR, I want to conquer my current reads. So one of the first current reads we have is this. Okay, honestly, this is just a stack of current reads that are right next to me. I'm not going to read them in any particular order, but I just want them read. So one of those is Rule of the Aurora King by Nisha J. Tooley. This is the second book from Trial of the Sun Queen. And basically our main character, Lore, she, before this book, she was, in a prison. She's taken to the Sun Queen trials. All things happen from there. And then it goes into the next book where Lore is on a completely brand new adventure. And that is what this one is going on, without spoiling anything for you guys. But yeah, I'm like over 60% of the way through this one, so hopefully it doesn't take too long to knock it out once I do. Another current read, Shatter Me by Tahir Mafi. I'm only about 40% of the way through these. So one of the things for me that counts, like a current read counts if I'm like more than like 3-4 chapters in. If I'm only like 1 or 2 chapters, I'm like, okay, well, and I set it down, then that's not a current read. That is something I literally have to restart completely over. But for the most part, I know what's going on for these. Yes. So Shatter Me by Tahir Mafi. Basically our main character Juliet has she has these special powers. It's a post-apocalyptic world, I think. But anyways, Juliet has this power. No one can touch her. If you touch her, it causes excruciating pain for the person who touched her, or if she touches someone else. So it's her story. There's Aaron Warner. There's Adam. I liked him when I was reading it, but people don't like Adam, and I don't know why. But you know what? I liked Tamlin in the first book, so it is what it is. Clearly I have horrible taste. Just kidding. Next we have Icebreaker by Miss Hannah Grace. So I basically started this one right after I finished The Deal by Elle Kennedy, and that was super, super good for me. And then I was reading this one, and it wasn't as good as The Deal, but it's not bad. I just set it down and I haven't picked it up again. We also have The Cursed by Miss Harper L. Woods. This is the second book from The Coven. It's a trilogy, I think, because it's like The Coven, The Cursed, The Damned. But our main character, she is a witch. Basically, her mom left their coven when she was like, before she was born, basically. And now, after her mom has passed away, there's like the shield that was protecting her, and it fails, and now the coven knows that she's there. And so they want to try and take her to the academy. Well, to the coven, which is an academy. And it's like a student-teacher relationship with the principal-esque guy, who is also a vessel. Vessels in this world are pretty much like vampires. But anyways, yes, that is the second book in that series. I do want to finish it. Another one I want to finish that I started last year was Within Obsession and Lies. This is by Stacey Jones and Harper Wilde. This is A Court of Glit and Shadow, book 1. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even remember much about this book. All I know and remember from what I was reading is she has like this really special power. There's some mafia-esque guys in there. Yeah, that's all. I feel like I might have to completely restart this one. I have no idea. Yeah, because we're on chapter 10 and I remember nothing. I feel like I'll remember once I start reading, but yeah, otherwise I don't have a clue. Next we have The Forbidden Wolf King by Leah Stone. I read The Kings of Avalier. I read the first 3 books so fast and I was loving it, but something about this one and them being werewolves, I don't know, it wasn't jumping out to me. I do like a good werewolf and Shifterverse series, and like books like that, I don't know, there was something that like I pick it up and it wasn't getting me the same way the other 3 were. But I do want to finish it. I don't want to DNF this just because it's part of a series. So I'll get here. Oh, a synopsis. Basically, our king is like our werewolf king is holding like this trial to find a bride, and our main female character enters the competition. However, she also has history with them. They used to like each other when they were younger, so I guess second chance. So we'll see how that goes. Another werewolf book we have is A River of Golden Bones. This is book 1 of the Golden Court by A.K. Mulford. Basically, well, they're werewolves, and our main character is basically like the second born, so she is not set to like rule or anything like that. And they've been basically in hiding for a while. Basically, like a war broke out. I guess they lost their parents. They've been in this like hiding area, but now they're of age, so they're being taken to this kingdom, and she's supposed to basically hide who she is, and people don't want her to, you know, let out who she is. So yes, that's all I know. I could be wrong about that synopsis, but that's what I remember for the most part. Next, this is the one I'm actually like, I have it on audio and I'm loving it, and that is A Court of Mist and Fury by Miss Sarah J. Maas. Everyone and their mother knows about this. Our wingspan, our bat burrows. Yes, I'm finally doing it. We're on I'm on chapter 25, I think. Anyways, that's where we are. I'll mark that later. I have to look at the audio, but I'm reading this one at the moment. So I think this one will probably be the first or second, actually this will probably be the second book I finish this year, just because I am reading an arc, which we will talk about after I get through my last current read. And that is The Reckoning by Miss Carolyn Peckham and Susan Valenti. I honestly, like, I was reading, this is a current read, and then I restarted it because I haven't read it in a minute, and so we're still in it. We're still in The Reckoning. This is the 3rd book in the Zodiac Academy series, written by the Twisted Sisters. It's about 2 twins who were on Earth, and on their 18th birthday they found out that they were celestial heirs to this throne in a completely different land, and they're like, yeah, sure, we want the money, we're kind of broke right now. And they can't, you know, they have to deal with the 4 celestial heirs in order to access their throne and graduate the Zodiac Academy. Yes, we're still on the 3rd. I will finish this series eventually. Don't ask me when. Now, here's the thing. Because I am a mood reader, yes, is my goal to finish books that I've already started? Yes, but I know how I am, and I know sometimes I just have an itch to start something completely new. So with that being said, I actually have an arc that I am reading. It's supposed to have like my feedback and stuff on by the 14th of this month, and then it will be out next month. And that book is called Blood Tithe. It's a Watcher's Tale. This is by Heather Christian Lynch, Jacqueline Parks, Jessica Wright, and Steph Henderson. And I don't know that much about it at the moment. I do know basically like the prologue is talking about how like there's these 4 separate like veils and like worlds and stuff like that, and we have like the Watchers are the one who guard the veil because there was like a people before the Watchers and they were doing dirty, and then the Watchers came in and they're like, hey, we're doing, you know, we gotta do right by the realm, and there's vampires. That's what I know. I'll know more when I'm further into it, but I think I'm on chapter 2, so that's where we're at. This is one of my, technically it's a current, no, well, yes, I'm reading it. But yeah, no, I think I actually am really excited about that one, and it's like the first arc I'm ever doing, so I'm really excited about that. Arc is an advanced reader's copy. Okay. I'm pretty sure most of you guys know that, but in case you don't, now you know. Next, in case I have an itch for something else, I have Barbarian's Hope. This is by Ruby Dixon. This is the 10th book in the Ice Planet Barbarian series. This is following Hemlo and Asha, and maybe it's them rekindling their romance. I don't know, because like each book you always like see them talk about how like Asha doesn't love him anymore, and she like wanted out of their Sakui fated mate kind of situation. So maybe they're gonna rekindle it. I don't know, but I'm excited. And this one is it's a shorty patootie. Like, I think it's only like 140 or so pages, and then there's a bonus novella in it. But yes, I want to read that because I love Ruby Dixon. Next, Rejected. Evidently it's a month of werewolves. I have no idea. I have no idea. Because this is Shadow Beast Shifters by Jasmine Eve. This is the first one. So basically our main character... So our main character, her dad did something like bad, and she's supposed to like marry this alpha or whatever, but her dad did something bad, so now she's being punished for what her father did. How does that even work? Why do we do that? Okay, we should not punish children for their parents' mistakes. But anyways, she's being punished for his mistakes, and I think she flees their pack. All I know is her mate rejects her, because rejected. And it's werewolves. They're shifters. I'm ready for it. It'll be a good time. Laura Thalassa says, this was a wild ride. 5 out of 5 stars. So, and I love Laura Thalassa, so I'm ready for this one. So in case I'm itching for something that is not one of my current reads, I have those two and my ARC read. But yeah, that is what we are looking forward to for my January TBR. I'm hoping I knock out a good portion of my current reads. I really, really want to finish these, and if I get farther and I'm like, you know what, this isn't it, then I guess it'll be a DNF. You know, we're DNFing things. Yeah, there's no point in reading things if I'm not enjoying it. Especially when I get bored. I have the attention span of a squirrel, so it's not capturing the attention span. But well, at the same time, sometimes I soft DNF those things, but I don't know. It is what it is. I'll either DNF it, I'll soft DNF it, or I'll finish it. I mean, what other 3 options are there? But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here and, you know, coming along for a whole nother year. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. I'd love to have you. I hope you guys have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, be bold, bright, and beautiful. But most importantly, be yourself. That's all I got. So, yeah, I never met someone like you. Oh, to your mama, she a blessing. There's nothing that I would undo.